Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. This channel will talk about everything else in lifestyle, immigration, and all that good stuff. So today we're talking about the new updates by the UKVI concerning applications. So we all know the UK is on lockdown right now, and you have a lot of questions about your visa applications and UK visa centers opening. Well, there is good news. The lockdown is full. However, visa applications have been seen as essential services, so therefore visa application centers remain open in the UK during the lockdown. What this means to say is that you can go ahead and do your applications and submit your applications. However, you might not be expected to come into the centers to give your biometrics if you have applied previously. If this is your first application, you can still book and attend appointments for your visa applications. However, you need a letter or a form of email to confirm that you're going for an essential service so you can travel within the UK. So service and support centers are essential services and will remain open. They often reduce number of appointments because of the coronavirus. However, more appointment slots are made available and you'll be invited to arrange your appointment either by email or by post. And as I have mentioned earlier, if in your previous application as a dependent or as a main applicant or as a student or child student applicant in the UK and have given your fingerprints before while applying for a visa to the UK for studies, you will no longer be expected to submit your fingerprints again. They would go ahead to use the fingerprints that you have submitted previously for your present application. If UKVI can reuse your fingerprints you already given, you'll be mailed with instructions on how to send them an image of your face and supporting documents. This will mean you don't have to attend UK VCAS or SSC services for biometric information. You will be given an information to book if you cannot do this. English language testing in the UK, you can go ahead to book your English language testing and go ahead to do your examinations. As you all know, schools and universities are not closed down due to the lockdown because education has been seen to be important and it's not affected by the lockdown. So go ahead and book for your testing centers. If you're outside the UK, depending on the restrictions wherever you live, you can also be opportune to do your English examination. If you have received an email about your appointment and been told that it's been postponed because of a temporary closure of a VCAS center, you will receive an email for you to rebook a new appointment. Do know that immigration staff too will not be affected because you are not able to attend an appointment. If you are on a tier 1 entrepreneur visa and business has been disrupted, you no longer need to employ 12 people for 12 consecutive months, but you can make up different people over 12 months period, and time when employees wait for long will not count towards a 12-month period. If you've not been able to employ staff for 12 months by the time your visa expires, you'll be allowed to temporarily extend your stay to give it time to meet the requirements. And these arrangements will continue for applications made after the 31st of May 2020 where the jobs you rely on were disrupted due to the pandemic. If you applied for a student or child student visa, including tier 4 visa, and awaiting decision on your visa application, you can start your course of study before the visa application has been decided. If you have a student sponsor, you've been given a certificate of confirmation of acceptance for studies and you've submitted your applications before your current visa expired and show your sponsor evidence of this, the course you start is the same as listed on your CAS. You have a valid academic technology approval scheme. If your application is refused, you have to stop studying. Same goes for any job on a tier 2 visa or a healthcare visa. If you've been assigned a COS certificate of sponsorship and have submitted your application before your current visa expires and your job is the same as on the shortage occupation and that's on the COS, you can start up your new job without getting your decision yet. However, if your visa is denied, you would have to stop work. This condition also pertains to tier 5 visas and tier 2 visas. If you are working for the NHS, you can work at any NHS hospital provided your NHS trust is willing to maintain sponsorship for you. You do not need to notify the UKVI of any changes in the place of work. Now, you can also do extra work due to coronavirus at any scale level during the outbreak, and there is no limitation to the normal number of hours that you are expected to work in the UK. Now, there is no limit. Either you're a volunteer or you're being paid, you can work as much as you want. This condition applies to also Tier 4 students who are also working on the NHS list in the professions. So for NHS staff and for Tier 4 students and workers on a Tier 2 visa, an NHS job as a second job, a visiting academic researcher, or a holder of a short-term visa, you are permitted to work or volunteer as the case may be. For pre-registered nurses, I would like to add that you are expected to pass your OSCE at most by the end of May 31st, 2021. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're changing jobs within the NHS, you can also change your jobs within the UK and commence work in your new place of offer without getting your visa approved yet, as far as you have been appointed a certificate of sponsorship and your sponsor is willing to go ahead with that application. If you are outside of the UK, depending on the restrictions wherever you are, most UK visa application centers have resumed, and priority and super priority services are only available in some locations. If available, you'll be able to book for these services wherever you are. The same goes for English language testing in most countries. They may be temporarily suspended due to the pandemic. You can find the list of approved centers outside the UK to ensure you're writing your exam with an approved provider. Some of the approved providers include International English Language Testing System, the CELT, Language SAT, Person Test of English, and PSI Services UK Limited. You can contact them for your English language testing. Visitor visas. You can apply for your visitor visas for any UK VAC. You should apply from your home country if you're able to. However, if your home country is closed due to restrictions, you can apply from any other country where you are permitted to enter. Now you're able to make these applications where you're able to go for your biometrics and also able to go pick up your visa. If you have submitted the application through the Access UK and intend to submit it through a different VAC from the one selected in the application, you need to make a new application, select the VAC where you will be submitting your application, and pay the new associated fee for your new application. You can also go ahead and request a refund of the other application. That way you don't run at a loss for two applications, and this will be reviewed by 30th of November 2020. If you are applying for a global talent visa and your endorsement from an endorsing body has expired, you may still be eligible if you have not made your application for the visa. Now, this concession is in place for you if your endorsement was accepted and granted before 24th of January 2020 and that you apply for your visa before the 1st of January 2021. Applications that do not meet this requirement will be considered on a case-by-case basis. If you are applying for a startup or innovator visa, if your endorsement from endorsing body has expired and you're not able to travel to the UK, you may still be eligible for a visa to be considered also on a case-by-case basis. So you go ahead and make your application and hope for the best. 30 days replacement visa to go study or join your family in the UK. If your visa has expired, you can always apply for a replacement at no cost. However, this replacement visa is only for this visa category, study order visas, and not for visiting visas. And these conditions will be in place until the end of this year 2020. To request a replacement visa, you have to contact the Corona Immigration Help Center and arrange return of your passport to your VAC if it has reopened. These replacement visas will now be valid for 90 days. Please contact the VAC centers or ensure you've been given an appointment before you embark on a journey to go collect your passport so you do not be disappointed, either by a delayed service or a closed service which is temporary or any other news otherwise, depending on your location in the world. When arriving in the UK, penalties are no longer valid for not picking up your BRP on time. If you are applying on the basis of family or private routes, and your leave to stay in the UK has expired, you should know that every short break in continued residence will be overlooked for your application, and you should do all your possible best to regularize your stay in the UK as soon as possible. If, however, you did not do this before 31st of August 2020, you should make your leave out of the UK. However, continuous residence broken between May and August 31st will be overlooked and will have no adverse effect to your application to stay in the UK. If you intend to leave the UK but have not been able to do so and your leave has expired or will expire between November 1st and 30th November, you may request additional time known as exceptional assurance. If you intend to leave the UK and have not been able to do so and your visa or leave expired between 1st November and 30th November, request additional time. If your leave expires after 31st of October 2020, you can make an application from inside the UK where you will usually need to apply for a visa from your home country if your visa is urgent, if it's because of a family emergency and you cannot apply from outside the UK, and you cannot apply from outside the UK due to coronavirus. This is being kept under review. Also, for family life, if you are here with 6 months leave as a fiancé or fiancé on a proposed civil partner or wedding or civil ceremony that has been delayed due to the pandemic, request additional time, also known as the exceptional assurance, providing evidence of a wedding to take place. Otherwise, apply for extended stay for more 6 months to allow your ceremony to take place. For changes in financial requirement for those who have lost income and don't have adequate maintenance requirements, and this occurred due to the pandemic up to 1st of January 2021, you'll be considered for employment income for a period immediately before the loss of income, provided the minimum income requirement was met for the last 6 months immediately before the date or the income was lost. If your salary was reduced based on furlough, you'll be taking account as if you're earning 100% of your salary. If you're self-employed, the loss of income due to the pandemic from 1st March to 1st January 2021 will usually be disregarded, along with the impact on employment income from the same period for future applications. If you are unable to provide specific documents in some cases, your application will be decided without certain specified documents. However, you will be expected to submit those documents after the application. For English language requirements, you may be waived for your English language if you're not able to do this due to the pandemic wherever you are, or you could not travel due to the pandemic when you applied. To cancel your visa, you have to read the guidance on canceling your visa so you are able to get your refund appropriately. Also, if you want to contact the Coronavirus Immigration Help Center concerning your applications or any queries you may have, you can contact them through the email cih@homeoffice.gov.uk, and your email must be in English. Usually you get a response within 5 working days. They are usually very useful and will always respond. You can also call them on phone from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Other charges outside of the UK will be paid for. Within the UK is free. Any other thing outside of the coronavirus, you can contact the General Immigration Help line. Just to reinstate that UK visa and citizen application services and service and support centers and English language testing centers will remain open. Now, if you're in the UK and you tend to leave but you're not able to do so, and your visa expires between November 1 and 30th November, request additional time to stay in as exceptional assurance by completing the online form. This will serve as a short-term protection against adverse effect on your application to the UK. The conditions of your leave remain the same. You're allowed to work, study, or rent accommodation during your period of exceptional assurance, but this does not grant you to remain in the UK. So you must make reasonable steps to leave the UK. If you have been granted assurance before and you were not still able to leave, you have to also reapply once again for a new exceptional assurance. And do know you're expected to submit a confirmed flight ticket or the submission of a positive coronavirus test together with this application. If you have made the application for exceptional assurance, have not heard from Home Office, do know that your application is being looked into and that you will not be affected because you did not receive the exceptional assurance on time. As such, you will not be treated as an overstayer. However, if your previous assurance has expired, you have to reapply for a new one with a new supporting evidence. If your leave expires after 31st of October 2020, you can submit your application from within the UK, where you normally would have applied from your home country. You have to show that your application is urgent, especially for a change of course or a new job. Submit your full supporting documents and pay the fees. This is being kept under review. For overstayers who have overstayed their visas, if your visa expired between 24th of January 2020 and 31st of August 2020, there will be no future adverse immigration consequences if you didn't make an application to regularize your stay during this period. However, if you have not applied to regularize your stay or submitted a request for an exceptional assurance, you must make arrangements to leave the UK. And also the updates I have for you. If you do have any question, do where to ask. I'll do my best to answer. Do like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.